A very promising start to the series as the Jays won the first two of this one. They got clobbered yesterday. J-Hap got obliterated. But today, you had the rookie, Ryan Borucki, on the mound. He pitched a great game. Jays lose 3-2. So you had a series win right there twice, and you can't get the job done. You end the series with a split. A team coming in had lost 9 straight. You win the first 2, they had lost 11 straight, and you just can't put them away and win the series as they win 3-2 in 10 innings. Like I said, Ryan Borucki got the start. He was not the problem. Had a kind of a shaky first inning, though. Got the first batter he faced, but then he gave up single. They score a run, and there's bases loaded with still 1 away, and we're like, oh boy, Borucki might have a short night here. But what he did, the next batter hits a little dribbler back to the mound. Some young pitchers might try and spin and fire to second. Some pitchers, young guys, might try and throw it too hard home because they want to turn the double play and they don't know who's running. But instead, Ryan Borucki takes his time, knows that he's got some time on the guy running to first base, makes the strike throw home to Luke Maile. Maile spins and fires to first, and they get the double play, and that's the end of the inning. So a bases loaded after giving 4 straight singles, and the bases still loaded with 1 away. You get the ground ball double play back to the pitcher to end the inning. The composure, the calmness of Ryan Borucki was fantastic. It was definitely on display in the latter half of that first inning. Really good job there, and he kind of shut them down the rest of the way for the most part. But the Jays in the bottom of the 4th inning, they get a little offense, and up until this point, the Jays didn't have a hit. Granderson hits an infield single. You needed a little grease, you wanted to get you going. Then Grichuk doubles to left field, Granderson at third base. You've got 2 on, second and third, nobody out. And all you can get out of it was an RBI ground out from Teoscar Hernandez. In those type of plays where you have an opportunity to drive in runs, you gotta do your job. The Jays clearly did not in that inning. They tied the game. Okay, you got 1 back. We're even now. Let's get back into this. Top of the 6th inning. All right, and this is something I look at and I'm like, defense wins you games. Mikey Matuk hits an infield single to third base. Next up, Nick Castellanos hits a little, a chopper to Lourdes Gurriel Jr. at second base. And instead of charging the ball and turning a double play, he waits way back on the ball and then tries quickly to shovel it to Ledmus Diaz at short, or at second base there. Almost overthrows it. They get that 1 out, but if he charges that ball, you're getting a double play. So instead of having 2 out and nobody on, you have a guy at first with 1 away. And then next up, Candelario. He singles to right field. Castellanos heads to third base. And then Hicks hits a ground ball to Solarte, who can't turn a double play on the play. And Castellanos comes in to score. So you look at the way that play shaped up. You roll out double play, you're fine. Because you're out of the inning. Candelario, great, he singles. A 2 out, 1 on, a guy at first base. And then you get the fielder's choice to end the inning. But instead, they score a run, and they get the lead back at 2-1. Mike Fiers on the mound for the Detroit Tigers, and he was money all game long. And then we get to the 9th inning, guys, and they don't throw him back out there. And why am I questioning that so much? He went 8 innings, giving up 3 hits, walked 1 guy and struck out 5. He only threw 89 pitches. Why are you taking this guy out in the 9th inning? The guy is dealing. Instead, you bring up the guy who allowed the Jays to walk it off. Justin Smoke with the walk-off a couple nights ago. Jimenez, he ends up picking the win somehow in this game. But he walks 3 guys. Now, a couple of them were very close. And gives up a single. And we tie the game in the 9th inning on the walk by the bases loaded walk from Justin Smoke. Why they did that, I'm not sure. But in the end, they don't care because we go and Seungwon Oh comes out in the 10th inning and gives up a triple to Goodrum and then a sacrifice fly to Randall Grichuk, and they take the lead once again. And Gurriel singles up the middle to start the bottom of the 10th inning, but they really couldn't get anything else going. Jays lose 3-2. You have runners in scoring position twice, you can't get it done. Granderson bunted him over, and he got second with 1 away. I think Grichuk strikes out, and Travis grounds out to end the ball game. These type of games hurt, guys. And I know Tank Nation and rebuild and kind of get some younger guys and that. You know what? If we're going to talk about that stuff, let's talk about the young guys. Let's start with Gurriel and get to Borucki in a second. Gurriel, you know what? He's got great talent. Clearly, he looks more comfortable at shortstop, but he will learn over time the ways of second base. He will learn that charging a ball and turning a double play, instead of just getting the lead guy, is very important. Charging a ball and doing that kind of stuff is huge. As a shortstop, you charge balls all the time. Look at Troy Tulowitzki. Look at Gurriel. I think it was in the 10th inning. Cutting in front of Kendrys Morales, for goodness sakes, who was playing third base. Yeah, his first career, whatever. I mean, I'm not even going to say anything about that. But he cut in front of him. He was on the run, and he made a strong throw and got the guy out at first. He's a natural shortstop. He charged that ball. You got to make the play, buddy. But otherwise, he's a younger guy. He's going to find his way in the big leagues. You see the raw talent in him. He's just got to kind of grow and grow and grow. That's it. The other young guy, Ryan Borucki, had the start, and after that first inning, and even that blunder in the sixth inning to give them the lead back, but I wouldn't really say it was 100% his fault. He didn't really get the defensive help behind him. You got to do that. Defense wins you ball games. Borucki did what he did. 7 innings. Gave up only 6 hits, 2 runs, and struck out 8 guys. Ridiculously good outing from him. He dropped his ERA 23 points. It was 3 to start the game. It's 2.77. Again, it's only in 2 starts, but he has looked very good. I mean, he did a great job against the Astros, minimizing them to only 2 runs. Tigers, 2 runs. He has done a fantastic job in his first 2 starts as a Toronto Blue Jay. Biagini continues his inning streak. I mean, I think he went 1 inning, only gave up what? He only had 6 pitches. He did a great job, clean inning there. ERA down to 6.32 for Big Joe. He's clearly looking more comfortable back there. Tyler Clippard with a clean inning, gave up a hit, but that's about it for that. And for the Blue Jays, they only had 5 hits in the game. In a 10-inning game, you only get 5 hits. You're not going to win many. Granderson was 1 for 3. Grichuk was 1 for 5. Struck out 3 times. It's not really what you want to see there. Hernandez was 2 for 4. Had the double there in the 9th inning. His average is up to 260. And Gurriel was 1 for 4, obviously in extra innings there. But if you look at this game, guys, if you look at the regular time, right, in the first 9 innings, Grichuk had a hit, Granderson had a hit, and Teoscar Hernandez with 2. That's it for the offense, and they didn't put out Mike Fiers to close out the game, which I was shocked about. But I want to hear what you guys have to say about this game. Where did the Jays go wrong? What have you thought of Gurriel? What have you thought of Borucki in this outing? This is kind of discussion for us, all right? And the Jays, they welcome in a familiar face to Rogers Center tomorrow night. You're dang right. Jose Bautista is back at Rogers Center tomorrow as the Mets come into Toronto, take on the Blue Jays for a mini 2-game set. 7:07 first pitch tomorrow. Zach Wheeler versus Marco Estrada in the I guess the first game of the 2-game set. It's going to feel weird to see Jose out there in a Mets jersey. They better do a tribute. They're probably going to do a tribute for him. He might get emotional. I might get emotional. I know a lot of Jays fans will because he was a fan favorite for a lot of years with this team. It's going to be a lot of fun tomorrow, right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed this video and you guys did not enjoy this game, hit that like button. I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below, guys. What'd you think of the game? What'd you think of Borucki once again? And I'll talk to you guys. I don't think so. Tomorrow podcast edition might be Wednesday night. I apologize in advance for that, guys. I hope you guys, links in the description, guys, for the podcast channel and for the podcast itself on iTunes. And Twitter is down below. Follow up, send me a DM, do all that great stuff. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow night as Jose Bautista makes his return to Toronto at the Rogers Center. Zach Wheeler, Marco Estrada, starting off a mini 2-game set against the Jays. The New York Mets in town. 7:07 first pitch tomorrow night. We'll talk to you guys then.